illness. And if I'll give you the current example of this COVID-19, so the people those who are having good immunity, so definitely they are able to maintain their health in this critical time too. So this is the importance of the or role of health in one's life. As the last is increases it is health increases stamina and physical willingness to work. Definitely if we will be healthy, so our stamina would be good, and if our stamina would be good, so definitely we will be agree all the time, we will be agree to do work continuously, we will be engaged in work. Okay. On the other side, here you can see these are some parameters which explain the health status of a nation, means how a country's health status can be uh, can be calculated. So these are some parameters. Life expectancy. Life expectancy is one of the parameter, means it is on an average life span of human life, a person's life, means how long on an average person is going to live alive. Like at present we are having 60 life expectancy as per current data, or this is UNDP, that is 60 to 65 years. 60 to 70 years is the current life expectancy as per the UNDP report. Second is IMR. IMR stands for infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate is the death of a child below 1 year of age. Means if a newborn baby die within the 1 year of age, so infant mortality rate is down. If the child is surviving, okay, crossed sorry, if a child die within the 1 year of its age, so definitely it indicates the poor health status of a country. The third is birth rate and the death rate. Birth rate, beta, birth rate is the number of babies born for every 1,000 people during a particular period of time. Means in a specific period of time, how many babies are born for over the 1,000 people. So that is the birth rate. If the birth rate would be good, so definitely it would indicate the health status, good health status of a country. The same along with birth rate, there is the death rate. That death rate is also the number of people per 1,000 who die during a particular period of time. In a particular or a specific period of time, how many people are die over 1,000 people. So that indicates our death rate. If our death rate would be high, so definitely it would give the poor status of health of the country people. So these are three important parameters. The next parameter, that is per capita availability of medical and paramedical staff. Nowadays this is another parameter which is included in to calculate the health status of a country people, that is how many people per capita, means per people how many medical and paramedical staff is available. Okay. So these are some parameters which indicates which help us to calculate the health status of a country people. Now this is the national health policy. This national health policy 2002. Sorry, this is the national health policy profile 2015 as per UNHDR. Here you can see national health policy objectives to improve in the health status of the population has been the priority to the country. Means to improve the health status of the country people, this is the priority of the government or this policy. Secondly, family welfare and nutritional service with a special focus on the unprivileged segment of the population. Means family welfare planning as well as to nutritional services to unprivileged, like you have heard about the midday meal schemes as well as some other Anganwadi programs, and such kind of programs and schemes are launched by the people, okay, sorry, government, to improve the health status of the country people, those who are underprivileged do not have sufficient sources of livelihood. Okay. Now next, what provisions has been made under national health policy? Over the last 5 decades, India has built a vast health infrastructure and has also developed the manpower required at primary, secondary and tertiary sector in the government as well as in the private sector. A vast health infrastructure has been developed, means number of hospitals, nursing homes, government and private hospitals and dispensaries are opened. Develop the manpower required at primary, secondary and tertiary sector in the government as well as in private sector, means both government and private sector, public and private sector infrastructure has been developed, and number of recruitment has been done to cope up with the problem of